Your Someone to Know this week is someone you might recognize if you've ever had to call for an ambulance. He's been a paramedic in northern Nevada since before REMSA even existed, and he's dedicated his career to making the whole region a safer place, sometimes with out-of-the-box strategies. Meet Brian Taylor. Today, when something serious enough happens for regional SWAT to break out the Bearcat and respond, that elite, specially trained team includes law enforcement and tactical paramedics. But that hasn't always been the case. In fact, one of the big reasons that Northern Nevada brought paramedics onto the team some 30-odd years ago was thanks to one man with a passion for better emergency management.
When we started, all of the people on the SWAT teams were very alpha-level individuals. And in order to break into that group, which is very elite, much like Special Forces, it took a huge amount of effort.
Brian Taylor, now the REMSA Health Emergency Manager, fought for the SWAT medic program when it was still a relatively new concept across the country. Getting there, he says, was a literal shakedown, especially when it came to convincing one particularly resistant SWAT operator.
One time at lunch, he was standing talking to a couple of the other guys, and we were just about to go to lunch. We were at a pizza place, and I went over and I grabbed him and I lifted him upside down and shook him. And everybody's going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm trying to find some lunch money." And after that point, that's the kind of a situation that kind of gets you endeared to the team.
That's what it took to open the door. When you ask Taylor about his top accomplishments in the last 42 years of working in emergency services, helping start the Tactical Medic Service stands out to him. But it's certainly not the only thing he's done to make Northern Nevada safer and more prepared for emergencies. Plaques, images, and challenge coins on his office wall tell the stories. He stood watch over President George Bush when he stayed the night at the GSR 20 years ago. He led the team that responded to the 2011 Reno Air Race tragedy, when a plane crashed into the grandstands. He's given presentations across the country in communities that want to be as prepared as Reno is for emergencies. His friends and colleagues describe him as one of the first people who they call on for help.
He would take the shirt off his back to give it to you in the time of need, and that's what provided me comfort. You know, as a young EMT that didn't know much.
As he retires in less than a week, Taylor has a very specific hope for the legacy that he's left.
I want to make a difference in the community. I want this community to be better and more prepared because of things that I helped to organize.
Brian says that in retirement, he wants to spend more time with his family to make up for those late nights and long shifts. He and his kids like to go on deep-sea fishing trips, so might be a few of those on the horizon for him. Covering your Someone to Know, Faith Justice, 2 News, Nevada.